The sprouts are growing. These are fenugreek sprouts. They're pushing up the dirt, as you can see. And if you know what's funny is if you try to knock the dirt off of them, it'll pull the sprout up because the root isn't that deep. Hi, baby girl. My kitty cat's here. I need to water them some more. Even though it's been raining on and off here, the pots are very dry really fast because it's really hot. What are you doing? You gonna look up at me? Hey, Miss Stubborn. Oh, she must have seen a bug or something. She wanted to run it. Oh no, she got scared by a jar fly. She's a little scaredy cat. It's just a jar fly. I love cicadas. I think they're so pretty. But I gotta water this again because as you see, some of them haven't sprouted yet, and probably a couple more days before I can eat some of them, which is disappointing. I'd really like to eat some of them right now. But I do have that big salad I made yesterday. And this is green cabbage, even though it's not very green. It's a very white green cabbage, and I'm putting some sea salt on it. And I actually have more cabbage than this, but I don't know how much this is going to turn out to be because I'm going to add carrot, ginger, radish, garlic, and something else. What was the other thing? I said ginger. I guess that's it. Yeah. Yep, that's it. I'm going to add all that stuff in here and see how we do and how many jars. And, you know, they have exact measurements for salt online. I sort of have done this so many times. I just sort of coat everything with salt and it's good. You know, you don't have to put an excess. In fact, if you put an excessive amount, it's going to be inedible. So you got to be careful not to put too much. And you might want to go measure it out if it's your first time making it. And that's where we're at here. And I'll show you when I got all the other stuff shredded up into there. I don't know if I mentioned or not that I was going to put radish in here too. I was going to put red radish. But I wanted you to see how much this has shrunk from putting salt on it. And I'm sure there's probably a little bit of juice in the bottom of the bowl. And so I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my cabbage to this. I thought it would be too much, but now it's not enough. So I gotta put more in here. And I put, besides that red radish, I put carrots, ginger, onion, and garlic. And I shredded up the ginger, hold your breath, without peeling it. Because I like the peelings. I find them very appealing. As long as they're clean, you know, I clean them with a scrub brush and put that in there. And I'm going to add the rest of my cabbage and some more salt, and then I can jar it all up. I just shredded up the rest of the cabbage and mixed it in here with a little more salt, and you see how much of the bowl it's filled up to, and gonna give it about half an hour to shrink up a little bit, because you don't want to put it in your jars beforehand, believe me, because then you'll have a bunch of half-empty jars. And see where we go. Okay, so it ended up making 10 jars. One of them is kind of briny. It got all the juice from the bottom of the bowl. And that's all right. And hey, you see these? My friend brought me these last night. I have never heard of those before. Field peas. Maybe some of you Southerners have. But it says they have field peas, water, snaps, salt, sugar, spices, bacon fat, hickory smoke flavor. Might have peanut stuff in. Just thought that was kind of interesting. I've never heard. It's like a vegetable I've never heard of. I'm like, what? And you can actually look up field peas on Wikipedia, and they'll tell you that black-eyed peas counts as field peas. I don't care for black-eyed peas, but those are not the same as black-eyed peas, so they might be pretty good. Or either that, or I don't care for black-eyed peas the way that I've had them prepared before, which could be a totally different thing. And so this will be ready in like 3 days, and I got quite a bit. I want to make some kimchi pizza, which is like you utilize this with some cheese and other things to make a pizza with, and should be interesting.